let's make a beautiful salmon dinner, Gina Young style. Today we're going to be making a lovely salmon. We're going to pair it up with couscous. The two go together like peas and carrots. Here's what you're going to need. You're going to need some nice fresh salmon. Don't use the frozen kind. Don't you dare use the frozen kind of salmon. Get you a nice piece of salmon. I've washed it off using just a tiny bit of lime juice, salt and cold water, and then we've patted dry with a paper towel. You're going to need some butter, and you're going to need some fresh lemon, and of course you're going to use some couscous. Use what kind you love, but I'm using the Parmesan today. It is absolutely amazing. It tastes so good. If you've never had it, you must try couscous. You're going to need some spices to make everything come together and taste magnificent. We have some chicken bouillon powder. We got black pepper, lemon pepper seasoning. We're going to use garlic and onion powder and a tiny bit of Italian seasoning. If you don't like Italian seasoning, leave it out and your recipe will still be delicious. And we're going to use some parsley flakes for color. So now when it comes to our couscous, we're going to be using 1 1/4 cup of water, a little bit of chicken bouillon powder. We're going to add some Parmesan cheese that comes out of the shaker bottle, and you're going to need some butter. Make sure your hands are impeccably clean. Let's make some salmon for lunch. Hope you all are having a great day today, and if you're not, hopefully I can brighten up your day with this here recipe. When is the last time you had some salmon? Salmon that was moist, flavorful, and delicious. If it's been a while, stay tuned because you're gonna love this recipe and how quickly you can make it and make it taste good. So the first thing that we're gonna do, let's get started putting us some butter in the pan, and then I'll use about we'll put 2 tablespoons of butter in here. It can be salted or unsalted. And then we're going to put a tablespoon of vegetable oil in to cook up our salmon. In the meantime, we're going to season it and make it taste good. Here's how we're going to season it. I'm not going to season the skin part. And you know, honestly, if you want to season the skin part, you can. You could even take the skin off if you want to. So let's go right in. So now my salt for the salmon is going to be the chicken bouillon powder. But if I put it on too early, it's going to burn. So we'll wait a while to put this on, but we'll set it aside, okay? Let's go ahead and pepper it. That pepper is going to bring a nice zing to it. And we're going to put just a little tiny bit of lemon pepper, okay, depending on how much you love. We're going to put some garlic and onion powder. I'm going to be real forward with the garlic and onion powder. You have to season salmon in order for it to taste good. You have to. All right, so I'm going to use a tiny bit, the most tiny bit of Italian seasoning. We're going to put that on there. It's going to bring a great scent and it tastes good. And we're going to put some parsley flakes, you know, because it makes everything nice and pretty. But here's what we are going to do. Let's let this set on the counter for about 10 minutes before we cook it. Because I don't want to cook it while it's super cold because it won't turn out right. Let that chill kind of come off and then we'll put it in the pan. While we wait on our pan to get nice and hot, that we have our tiny bit of oil and our little bit of butter in the pan, let's go ahead and heat this pan up. And this pan will be used for our couscous. Now, a lot of times I'll put raisins. Yes. Put raisins in your couscous. Doesn't matter if it's the purple kind, the golden kind. You could even do those craisins, you know, those little cranberries. I can't get the word out. Spectacular. Or you could do like slivered almonds in this. Amazing. Now, there is a couscous that I'm not a fan of. It's, I think they call those couscous pieces because they're much bigger than these. Pearl pieces, and I'm not a fan of that texture. I like this one. It's like little tiny pieces. There's so many people that always likes to ask me, what does couscous taste like? It's in between rice and a noodle. It's like, and then they put it into these little tiny pearls, I'm going to show you, or these little tiny balls, and they somewhat swell up. But when I tell you they are good, listen to me. You never tried it, try it. Okay, so this box requires me to use 1 1/4 of a cup of some water. Okay, so I'm going to put my water right in. And I will use a little tiny bit of chicken bouillon powder. This does have great seasoning. Well, you know me. I like to amp it up a little bit. I'm just putting a little bit of bouillon powder in with my water. Okay, that's lovely. And then I want to put 3 tablespoons of butter in. so that our couscous can have that buttery taste, right? There we go. Once everything gets nice and melted and warmed up and come to a slight boil, we are then going to put our couscous in, okay? It comes with a packet, all right, and then your couscous. So we'll put that in, but once you put it into the boiling water with your seasoning, your water, and your butter, you give it a nice stir, you cover it up, and you turn the heat off. And then you come back like 7 minutes later and fluff it up, and that's it. Okay, so we've started on that. In the meantime, my pan is nice and hot here. The butter is super melty. When you lay your salmon down, we're gonna put it down this way first. Have the skin pointing upwards, okay? Otherwise, sometimes it'll curve on you, all right? There's a nice sizzle going. If you don't hear that beautiful sizzle that you're supposed to hear, wait to put the other one in, because we're looking for a nice sear. We somewhat want it to be blackened, you know, where it has a really dark top to it. When it gets like that, your salmon will be absolutely delicious. And so what happens is all of these lovely spices that we put on, they kind of do get blackened, like I just spoke of. They burn just a little, but it tastes so good. Let's talk about something super interesting that I find about when you're cooking salmon. So let's just say your salmon is this thick. We know the color is orange. When you're cooking it, how I like to tell when it's done is on the side of it, when you're kind of looking at it like this, that orange will turn white, and eventually it'll come all the way up. And once it comes, that white part comes all the way up to the middle, that's my indication to go ahead and flip it onto the other side so that the other side can get white. And when the full side of your salmon is completely white, your salmon is cooked to perfection. It's not going to be over dried, and then again, it's not going to be undercooked, okay? So what I'll do is I'll bring that camera in close so you can see that in action. My water is boiling over here, so I'm going to get my beautiful Parmesan flavored packet in here for the couscous. Get all that loveliness out of there. We're going to get this in. This is good stuff. I've even put sauteed onions in my couscous. You can really have so much fun with it. Put some shrimp in with it, right? There we go. Oh, lovely. Okay, so we're going to give this a nice stir. I'm turning it completely off and I'm putting a lid on it. It smells spectacular. I'm not going to forget to put my Parmesan cheese. We already put the butter and the bouillon powder in. You don't need to put a lot, but a little bit goes a long way. Let's go ahead and get this covered, and I'm going to bring it up close so you can see what happens with it. Let's take it off of the stove and just set it there for now. Let's bring the camera in so you can see what I'm talking about. My finger where I was talking about that white. Can you see that? Once you don't see that orange anymore, perfectly done. But that's also my indication. Let's flip it over. I want a deep golden brown color. Oh my, yes. How gorgeous does that look? It's so easy. Look at that lovely salmon cooking up. And you see this? I want that completely white. And then I know my salmon is done. How gorgeous is this? Now here's what we're going to do that's super interesting. We're going to round this pan off with about a tablespoon of butter, and we're going to mix it with some lemon juice. Lemon juice is going to say umami. Make them say umami, and it will every time when you put a little bit of lemon juice in there. When lemon combines with butter, believe it or not, it makes like a nice sauce. And then we'll be able to baste it over top of that salmon. Look at that. It continues to cook. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Let me show you the couscous. Oh my goodness. This right here will pair up with any of your favorite meats, your favorite fishes, your favorite anything. This is good stuff. And as a matter of fact, I can't help myself. I cannot help myself. I have to taste it. So many people has not tasted this. Oh, I'm going to scream it to the world how delicious it is. Let's go ahead and put some of that lemon juice in that I spoke of. it's okay to, you know, put some of the lemon juice on top of the salmon if that's what you want. Otherwise, just do it in a pan. It's up to you. Be mindful of the lemon seeds. If you get one in there, just kind of go grab it like this one. Typically, I'll put my hand up under it, you know. Oh, that's going to be great. Okay, and then we need to round it off to make that lovely lemon sauce. Using about 1.5 tablespoons of butter. That's all we're going to need for 2 pieces. Okay, just like this. Oh my goodness, my family is waiting right now with anticipation because they love this recipe so much, and you will too. Remember I said we're going to put a little bit of chicken bouillon powder for our salt intake today? Just a little bit. Don't ever, when you're using a bouillon powder, don't use too much. It can be overwhelming. Make a plate. You hear these guys? Do you hear these guys? I think they know that the food is done, but they're not getting any of this. Not today. Talking about the dogs, if you didn't hear them in the background barking. So I'm going to drain it kind of very well, and then I'm going to place it right over top of this lovely couscous. Oh, take a look at this. How beautiful is it? And it was so simple to make. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you ain't subscribed, what you waiting on? Tell your family and friends. Tell everybody you know what Gina's doing every single day in this kitchen. And Father, once again, we thank you for providing us a meal, your hedge of protection and your love. Amen. Let's taste. Oh. The flakiness. It's gorgeous. I was looking for the flavor. I didn't have to look far. Wow. I'm gonna take another bite. And with this bite, I'm going in for the salmon and the couscous. Yeah. You have to try this recipe. And then you come back. Let me know what you think about this recipe, Gina Young style. Until the next video, good night. I got some soursop tea here I'm going to drink. Got some salmon for lunch. Make you some. Enjoy.